If there is one simple word that we all struggle to say, it's no. Just two simple letters, N and O, forming one simple word. Yet, saying no can often be the hardest thing in life to do. Why is it so difficult for us to say no? The reason lies in the fact that we have become accustomed to saying yes to many unimportant things in life. But when we say yes to things that aren't truly meaningful, what happens? We miss out on the chance to focus on what really matters in our lives. We waste precious time and energy on things that don't contribute to our true purpose. That's why learning to say no to unimportant things is so crucial. It allows us to redirect our focus and energy towards the things that truly matter. So, why am I sharing this message today? A few days ago, I came across a powerful insight while I was chanting. It's a phrase from the Buddha, do less, not more. This concept goes against what society often tells us. The common belief is that the more you do, the more you achieve. Society pushes us to multitask, to fill our time with as many activities as possible, believing that this leads to success. However, the reality is different. Doing more doesn't necessarily lead to more productivity or a more meaningful life. In fact, it often detracts from what really matters. The path to true productivity and fulfillment comes from mastering the art of saying no. By saying no to distractions, we free ourselves to focus on the things that truly contribute to our larger goals. In this video, I will share some practical tips to help you learn how to say no to unimportant things and focus on what really matters to you. But before we dive into the strategies, it's important to understand why we often say yes to things that don't deserve our time or attention. The primary reason we struggle to say no is fear. Most of the time, it's fear that drives us to say yes to unimportant things. Fear of missing out, fear of disappointing others, fear of being the only one to say no, or fear of making the wrong decision. These fears cloud our judgment and make it difficult for us to prioritize what's truly important. Sometimes, we say yes not only to people but also to things that waste our time. For example, imagine you're studying or working on something important, and your phone is next to you. A notification pops up, and you feel compelled to check it, even though you know it's not necessary. You pick up your phone and get distracted. You've just said yes to a small distraction. A distraction that steals your time and focus. Similarly, let's say you've planned to meditate or study in the evening. Suddenly, a friend calls and invites you to go shopping, to a party, or for a walk. You say yes, driven by the fear of letting that person down or disappointing them. But by doing so, you miss the opportunity to focus on what really matters, your personal growth, your spiritual practice, or your studies. In this way, we often say yes to distractions, missing out on the things that help us move closer to our larger goals in life. So, how do we break this cycle and learn to say no to unimportant things? Here are a few steps that can help you regain control of your time and focus on what truly matters to you. Step 1. Build self-awareness. The first step in learning to say no is to build strong self-awareness. You need to understand what truly matters to you and why you say yes or no to certain things. When you become aware of your patterns of behavior and your motivations, it becomes easier to make conscious decisions. Before agreeing to something, ask yourself, why am I saying yes to this? Whether it's agreeing to a task, attending an event, or responding to a request. Pause and reflect on the reasons behind your decision. Are you saying yes because it aligns with your values and priorities? Or are you saying yes out of obligation or fear? By questioning your motives, you can gain clarity on whether it's truly worth your time. For example, if you're about to check your phone while studying, ask yourself, why am I doing this? Is it necessary? Will it help me achieve my goals? By becoming more aware of your actions, you can make better decisions about what deserves your time and energy. Buddha said that before doing or saying something, ask yourself, is this helpful for me or others? Will it contribute to my well-being? Or will it detract from my purpose? If the answer is yes, then go ahead. If not, then it's time to say no. Building self-awareness allows you to make decisions that align with your goals and values, rather than reacting out of habit or fear. Step 2. Develop self-discipline. The second step in learning to say no is to build self-discipline. This is often the most difficult part, because it requires courage and the ability to make tough decisions. Saying no can be uncomfortable, especially when the things you need to say no to are enjoyable or tempting. For example, imagine you're preparing to study or meditate, but a friend invites you to a party. You love socializing and going to parties, but you also know that your most important goal right now is to build a strong foundation for your future, through learning or spiritual practice. Saying no to the party might be hard, but it's necessary to stay focused on what truly matters. Self-discipline is about recognizing that sometimes the things we enjoy in the moment may not help us achieve our larger goals. In these moments, we must be disciplined enough to say no and stay focused on what truly matters. Saying no in these situations requires strength, but it's a crucial skill if we want to lead a productive and fulfilling life. When you need to say no to someone or something, do so politely and with respect. You don't need to explain yourself in great detail, but you can explain why you're saying no. For example, you could say, I'd love to join you, but I have an important project to finish tonight, and I need to focus on that. By explaining your reasons, others will respect your boundaries and understand that your time is valuable. Step 3. Understand the value of your time. Time is one of the most valuable assets we have, yet we often take it for granted. Time is limited, and once it's gone, we can never get it back. That's why it's so important to use our time wisely. Just as we wouldn't spend our money recklessly, we shouldn't spend our time frivolously. Consider time like money. When you receive money, you don't spend it carelessly. You think carefully about how to use it. In the same way, we should treat our time with the same seriousness. Every moment we spend should be used in a way that brings us closer to our goals. Whether that's personal growth, relationships, or achieving our life's purpose. When you respect your time, you will find it easier to say no to distractions and to focus on what truly matters. You will also learn to respect other people's time, which in turn will help you set boundaries and avoid unnecessary commitments. Step 4. Ask yourself, is it really necessary? Before saying yes to something, ask yourself, is it really necessary? Do I really need to do this? Is this task, event, or request essential to my well-being or my goals? Often, we say yes to things simply out of habit or the desire to please others, without considering whether they are necessary. For example, imagine you've had a long, tiring day at work, and you come home to relax. Instead of resting, You decide to scroll through social media, wasting an hour or two. You may feel like it's harmless, but when you reflect on how much time you've just lost, you realize that this could have been better spent engaging with family or working on a personal project. By asking yourself, is this really necessary? You can decide whether the activity is worth your time. This simple question can help you prioritize your tasks and make better choices about how to spend your time. It's a powerful tool for saying no to distractions and focusing on what truly matters. Step 5. Clarify what truly matters. Finally, to say no effectively, you need to understand what really matters to you. Many of us struggle to say no because we haven't clearly defined our values or priorities. Without this clarity, we often say yes to things that don't contribute to our larger purpose. Take some quiet time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What is your larger purpose in life? What are your core values? What do you want to achieve? Once you have a clear understanding of your priorities, it becomes much easier to say no to things that don't align with your goals. For example, if one of your goals is to deepen your spiritual practice, you will find it easier to say no to distractions that take you away from meditation or study. If you value quality time with your family, you will prioritize them over socializing or other commitments. By knowing what truly matters to you, you can focus your time and energy on the things that will help you live a more fulfilling life. Conclusion: learning to say no is challenging, but it's essential for living a happy, focused, and disciplined life. By building self-awareness, developing self-discipline, respecting your time, asking the right questions, and clarifying your priorities, you can master the art of saying no. This will help you say yes to what really matters, allowing you to live a life that is aligned with your true goals and purpose. Remember, saying no isn't about being rude or rejecting others. It's about valuing your time and your priorities. Practice these steps, and you'll find yourself more focused, more productive, and ultimately happier. So, start saying no to the unimportant things in life, and yes to the things that truly matter. Take care and see you in the next video.